to meet Petie the pumpkin.
Hello, Petie the pumpkin.
Want to tell him hello?
Hello.
Petie.
Petie goes to school just like you guys do.
Oh, I remember that.
And he's a Christian, so he's all cheerful. He was getting ready for school one morning, and he was all bright and cheerful, and he was ready to go, and his light was shining bright, and he was happy. He starts down the steps, and his mom says, "Petie, did you brush your teeth?" Well, he really hadn't brushed his teeth, but he didn't want to go back upstairs and take that time, so he lied, which is not a good thing to do. And he said, "Well, of course I did, Mom," and started on down the steps, but a little bit of his light went out.
I knew you were going to cover it up.
Yeah.
So he decided, I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm not going to let that spoil my day. So he goes home to school and gets there, and the bell's not rung yet, so the kids are in the room playing, and he goes in and he wants to play with the red dump truck. But Billy is already playing with the red dump truck. And there was more there, but Petie wanted the red one. So what he did, he waited until Billy stopped to help somebody do something that they were needing to do, and he just snatched it. He just took it away from him. So a little bit more of his light went out.
That little louder.
Then he's feeling a little bit worse, you know, because when we do wrong, when we're Christians and we do something that's wrong, then we do feel bad about it. So the bell rings and he starts to his desk, and as he's going to his desk, there lays a dime on the floor.
I remember this.
So he knows that somebody in that room lost that dime, and it might be a dime that they're going to need to help them be able to buy a snack at snack time. And he knows he should give it to the teacher, but he stuck it in his pocket. Now, the thing is, he didn't steal like going somewhere and getting something or breaking in, but he was stealing because that was not his. Now, if he had give it to the teacher and she asked who's lost, you know, has anybody lost any money, and nobody lost it, and the day went on, then probably she would have given it back to him. But he was supposed to give it to the teacher, and he stuck it in his pocket. So he actually stole the dime from somebody. So some more of his light went out. Well, by that time he's feeling pretty bad because, you know, when we get saved, there is the Holy Spirit in us will let us know when we're doing something we're not supposed to do. Now, I'm not going to ask you to hold up your hand, but I'm sure all of us, me, everybody here, has done something that they know they shouldn't do. Things like talking back to your parents, tearing something up, and then when they said, "Who did this?" "Not me. Not me, I didn't do it."
Being smart.
Being smart, you know, not doing things. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you don't do. Like if your mom says, I've got your laundry folded, take it to your room. And 2 days later she says, "I've got your laundry folded, take it to your room." So you're disobeying. It's not anything you did, it's what you didn't do. So when we do things, if we lie, you know, remember we had the lesson about how lies snowball and get bigger. We start feeling bad because that's God's way of letting us know that, hey, you know, you need to straighten up. By that time, Petie was feeling pretty rotten. He had done things all day long. He had started out bad and it had got worse. So it got lunchtime and Petie was supposed to be in the back of the line. But he didn't want to be in the back of the line. He wanted to hurry and eat, so he could talk, to his friends or whatever. So he eases up, and there's a girl in the front of the line, and he shoves her. And he gets in the front of the line and leaves her there. And the teacher didn't see it, so he got away with it, or so he thought he got away with it. But then, all at once, Petie didn't have any light shining. So he was pretty miserable because he had let his light go out. But it's not gonna, he's not gonna be like this forever, is he? He don't have to stay like this, does he? What Petie needed to do was to go to his teacher, to his friends, to the little boy, to the little girl, and then when he got home, go to his mom and tell all of them that he was sorry and ask them to forgive him. But then the big thing he needed to do was to go ask God to forgive him. And the thing is, we all make mistakes. When you get saved, that don't mean that the rest of your life is going to be a bed of roses and you're not going to make a mistake. But when you make a mistake, you need to get away somewhere, and you can talk to God just like you talk to your best friend, and you can say, God, I really messed up today. I did this, and I feel really bad, and I'd like to ask you to forgive me. And when we do, he just wipes it all away. And the neat thing is, when God forgives us of something, he never remembers it anymore. It says he just throws it away, and so we don't have to worry. It's just like he erases a blackboard and it's no longer there. So when Petie asked God to forgive him, he did, and he restored his joy, and he restored all of his light.
Oh, you just broke it.
Now, let me ask you something else.
There's bugs on your nose.
Hmm?
And a bug.
Let me ask you something. Now, when we're all here in Children's Church, and the ones of us who are saved, our light shines because we're nice to each other and all that. But the real lesson is when we're out in the world, at school where maybe people don't go to church, out in the neighborhood where maybe they're not Christians. But sometimes we wonder, can one person make a difference? I'm going to show you how one person can make a difference. Let's see how Petie can shine if he really lets his light shine.
It's shiny.
So, we just need to remember that when we do something, it don't have to stay that way, right?
Right.
All right.